As long as you'd like.
Okay. Hi.
Okay, so we're now live. So, hey everyone, welcome to Hellhounds of Horror. Today, we're joined by a very special guest, someone that you may have seen from the likes of The Hills of Eyes, Holliston, Victor Crowley, Guardians of the Galaxy.
I wrote that one.
You wrote Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, it's a common misconception that somebody else said that James Gunn did. I'm here to set the record straight.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Thanks
Yeah.
for doing that. Exclusive right here. Laura
Yeah.
Ortiz wrote Guardians of the Galaxy.
Entire thing, yeah.
But yes, we're joined by Laura Ortiz. So thank you very much for joining us this evening.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
You're most welcome. It's definitely our pleasure. So we'll just get started right away. We're gonna have we've got a live chat going on as well, so we'll probably get some questions going from there.
Will I see it, or will you tell me?
I can tell you. I can tell you. Yeah.
I'm bad at technology.
That's okay. I'm not the greatest at technology, but I've just find a way. But yeah, let's start from the beginning. So obviously, the first major role that you had was with The Hills of Eyes, where you were Ruby. But that was your first after moving to California. That was your first major role. Is that right?
Yeah, so I actually booked that and Sleeper Cell, which was a TV show at the time. Almost the same day, basically, I found out about them, and I filmed Sleeper Cell first.
Right.
But yeah, the first movie that I ever did was The Hills Have Eyes.
I mean, that's a great story, because I mean, you'll see people, big hopes, aspirations, dreams. They'll move all the way to California, and then they'll try and then they'll just get nothing. So, I mean, this was like it's not a happy accident, but it's a true testament to really.
Yeah, I definitely got very lucky, but that's not to say that I was. I remember I auditioned in January, I want to say, and I didn't know that I booked it till April. Wow. We filmed in June.
Wow.
So, and I still had I didn't know anything about. I just kind of landed in LA.
Right.
And I think I had a really great agent who also had just sort of landed in LA, and didn't have this thing that like other agents and managers have, which is like, wait, you're not big enough, you shouldn't be auditioning for this, or let's try and get you started from this. She was just like, I don't know, there's a rollout, let's send you out. So I was really lucky in that. But even with that, I had no experience, and they kept asking me for tape, which is usually, other stuff that you've done, so you can prove that you know how to work, and I had nothing. And they kept bringing me back, and I would see, sometimes I saw like another girl who, I don't know if she was auditioning or not, but it would be like me and someone who looked a lot like me, and then we'd go in and then come back out, and then I'd have another audition with another girl who looked sort of like me, and then me. So it's a very torturous process, and I still, while I was going to auditions and stuff, and even after, I had like a gazillion jobs and was going to school, and I was almost like too tired and too busy to even really understand or grab a grasp of everything that was going on. It was just sort of like the grind, which is your entire life in LA.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people that we spoke to before. We spoke to Christina Lease. She lives in LA. She was in Child's Play 2.
Yeah.
And in fact, I think I saw a picture relatively recently of you and her and a bunch of other.
Yeah, we were at taco night, Tuesday taco night.
Nice. So do you guys all keep in touch? Is this like a?
Yeah, absolutely. I keep in touch with quite a few of those girls, and on Tuesdays, a lot of them, they go $2 taco night, which I didn't know. So I bought the non-dollar tacos like a rookie, a child. I don't know, what do you call it? Like an amateur. That's the word I'm looking for. So I bought the full price tacos when I didn't realize that all chicken and beef tacos were $1 on Tuesdays. But now I know the ways, so I'll never make that mistake again.
Oh, definitely. I mean, they probably took you knowing that you were the rookie, and they were just like, yeah, she'll pay $9 for tacos.
Yeah, well, I was really impressed because they bought, like, every time they'd order, I was like, oh, I'll have like 3 tacos to start with, and they'd all have like 15 tacos. I was like, wow. I was very impressed.
That's amazing. That's brilliant. That's great. Yes, she was on talking about the daily grind that always happens in LA, working numerous jobs and booking TV shows and then movies on occasion. But I mean, your story is remarkable just because the first big thing you did was The Hills Have Eyes, which to me was a very good remake because they were going through a phase of remaking a lot of movies at the time. There was the likes of Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, and then they started branching into the sort of Wes Craven stuff, his early stuff, and I was extremely surprised because it's a brutal movie.
Alex Aja definitely did a great job with writing it and directing it and sort of knowing the exact buttons to push to make it a good movie, make it very much an ode to the original one in his own, which what an honor to be a part of that.
Oh, of course, I bet. And did you draw any influence from the original?
I remember before the auditions and whatnot, I watched the original, but more than that, I watched Wes Craven talking about his characters and what he looked for in actors and what he really liked and whatnot. So I think that informed my performance more than anything. And I think at the end of the day, I didn't, like, a lot of people ask me, like, oh, what did you feel about playing a deformed girl? Which is, I never even thought of that. I played a girl. I played, and I built her world. I don't think she knew she was deformed. I think she knew that. I think she was very curious. She was very sweet. She was very kind-hearted, and she knew right from wrong. And because it is from the time that the family comes in, she's very curious, and she wants to sort of save them, be a part of them. There's a big scene actually that wasn't in the movie, that was in the original script, where she like meets Bobby, and she has like a very sweet scene where I think she very much fancied him. Just like a first type crush, you don't really realize. And I sort of played with that too. And that's who I based her off of, I guess, just a very real sheltered person that was also very kind and just curious and young and sweet.
Yeah, and she was. She ends up becoming the hero of the movie, and it's really down to her sense of, like you said, right and wrong, good and bad, and her morality towards this horrifying situation that's happening to this unlucky family. Because I mean, it's also interesting as well to think that you would grow up in this environment with all these people who are extraordinary. Let's say extraordinary.
Right. Beautiful in their own right.
Yeah.
But kind.
Yeah, one of a kind. And yeah, and I mean that's the only thing you know, but that does happen when you're a child. So I mean that definitely came across to me anyway in the movie. So I mean I'm a big fan of The Hills Have Eyes. So you did a great job on that.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. So talk about your time filming The Hills Have Eyes, because it was filmed in Morocco, right?
Yes, I remember one of my first meetings with Alex Aja. He mentioned Morocco, and I was confused because it takes place in New Mexico. And then he just looked at me. He's like, "Are you okay with going to Morocco?" I was like, "Yeah, absolutely. I'll go anywhere. Just take me." But yeah, it was filmed in Morocco, and what an amazing experience to get to fly to Africa and get to experience. I was there for about a month and a half, so I definitely got to live there. And it was really cool, just like you would assume. Just they set you up, you had your own place where you live and whatnot, and food every day and per diem, and so it's amazing, and it was such a beautiful place to be at.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, Morocco is probably one of the places I would love to visit just for a vacation. And I mean, it's great. Oh, definitely. And I'm gonna tell them when I get to the border, I'm gonna say, Laura Ortiz told me to come here, and they'd be like, "Oh,
Have some
oh,
basila and some tea.
yeah."
And they had Usher on replay at the time, so there was a lot of that. Whenever I think of Morocco, I think Usher.
Oh,
Yeah, it was just like everywhere you went, it was just like Usher. You've got it bad everywhere.
I mean, that's probably the last place I would ever picture Usher being on repeat. Funny story, talking about Usher. Usher's like a huge nerd, and apparently when they were filming, I think there was some show that Usher does. They were filming it in Scotland, so I come from Scotland. They were filming there, and there's this comic book store, and Usher took a break from filming this TV show to go to this comic book store, and he ended up buying half the store and just stood taking pictures with people, like buying like Superman statues and like high-end collectibles, and left with like 6 bags just full of comic books, statues, all that kind of stuff.
When did you go to good old Canada from Scotland?
I think it was about 7 years ago.
Okay.
So I've been here on and off just with the whole like visa process. So I've been here and then back to Scotland and then back here again. So now I'm a permanent resident of Canada. So I'm here.
Now you're what?
I'm a permanent resident in Canada now.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So yeah, I'm here for good.
Oh, good. I'd love to go to Scotland one day.
Maybe you'll get to do a movie in Scotland.
That would be amazing. Yeah. Whenever I go to sleep, I can't. I have like a hard time just like falling asleep. But if I watch royal documentaries, they're like just interesting enough that like you pay attention, but not so interesting that it keeps me awake.
Right.
So lately, I've been on Mary Queen of Scots. So.
Oh, nice. Very nice. That's cool. Okay. I do get a lot of people asking about Braveheart. A lot of people ask me about that. I've also been asked, funnily enough, or I don't know if this is good or bad, but people have asked if I've lived under rocks. I've been asked if I lived in a swamp, like Shrek.
Okay.
Yeah, people have some weird ideas about Scotland.
I think of it as being windy. Is it windy?
Very, very much so. Very windy. Mostly rainy.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
It's been raining castles, is what I think.
Yes. Yeah. Which I've also been to the castle where Bram Stoker wrote Dracula, and he gets sort of based parts of the book on this castle in Scotland.
Where was Vlad the Impaler from? He wasn't from Scotland. He was from
I think he was like Romania.
Yeah, okay, something like that.
Yeah, something like Eastern.
I know a lot about little things. It's like because I just play them on repeat and then I fall asleep. So it's like I know random facts, but not a full fact.
Right. Yeah. I've got the same thing. Random and off topic, but a lot of people in the chat are commenting on how great your lipstick is.
Oh, thank you. I just bought it.
And they would love to know what the brand is and what kind it is, what shade.
I can go get it real quick, actually.
Yeah.
I'm actually in the process of moving right now. So as soon as I got home to do this, I was like, where's my stuff? And my husband and my mother-in-law, they're like, oh, we moved all of it already. So I was like, oh my God, I have to, you can get it at CVS. I'll go grab it.
Oh, awesome. So there you go. Everyone's going to be happy about that. So yeah, guys, you're going to get to find out what shade and what brand of makeup Laura Ortiz wears. Good call.
I'm back. It is called Liquid Catsuit from Wet n Wild. Goth Topic.
Goth Topic. Brilliant.
I just realized I don't think I've bought Wet n Wild since 6th grade.
Wow.
But I forgot that it's a good brand. Thank you, guys.
Everyone's happy. Everyone that watches the show, everyone that's into lipstick's going to go out and get it now. So there you go. Someone's making notes for gift ideas for their lady friends.
Always good.
Yeah, lipstick. There you go. Wet n Wild.
Wet n Wild, Goth something.
Goth Topic.
Goth Topic.
Goth Topic. What a name. What a name. But yes, so we went from the Hills of Ice to Scotland to Goth Topic.
Love Scotland. Can't wait to go.
Oh yeah. Well, if you do ever go, you definitely need to let me know. I'll give you plenty of recommendations of places to go and visit. There's a lot of places up north that are really beautiful, and Glasgow's nice. I come from just outside Glasgow, so.
Is it? I guess the furthest up that way I've been is Norway. How far are you from Norway?
Probably.
Or is Scotland closer to England?
Yes, Scotland's in the United Kingdom, so Scotland and England are joined.
Oh, so I'm an idiot. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Fine.
That's fine. Yes, Scotland and England are joined, so I think to drive from the most northern part of Scotland all the way down to the most southern part of England, I think it would probably take you like 8 hours.
Oh, okay.
Like
That's
continual.
Next time I'm in the neighborhood.
Yeah, next time you're in the neighborhood, just drive from the top to the bottom, and you'll see everything.
Perfect.
Okay, so we went from the Hills of Ice. So you're in Morocco.
I was in Morocco, listened to a lot of Usher, drank a lot of orange juice and caipirinhas, and ate a lot of pastilla.
Pastilla?
Pastilla? I don't know how you say it. It's delicious. Try it. And I was there for a month and a half, just drinking and working.
Brilliant. That sounds like the best time. And obviously there was a lot of great people in the movie. I think Kathleen Quinlan was in. Yes,
she was. She played the mom.
Yes,
right?
She did. Yeah. And obviously Michael Bailey Smith plays Pluto.
I love MBS. He's my favorite, still to this day.
Oh yeah. The first time I'd ever seen him was as Super Freddy in Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5. And I just thought he was badass. Just this big, strong Super Freddy.
He's like the most badass and sweetest human you'll ever meet. It's so funny. When I first met his children, they were I want to say they were like 4 and 8.
Right.
They were taller than me at that point. I remember thinking they were older, and then like they told me their age, and I was like, oh my God, I am short. The 8-year-old.
How tall are you?
Huh?
How tall are you, out of curiosity?
I'm 5'1", which is about, I'm like 5'1", 5'2" on a good day, which is I think 101.55 meters or something like that. Nice. I don't know if that's right.
I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know very much about meters. Metric system is crazy to me. I just recently found out about Fahrenheit. So I do all my temperature in centigrade.
Oh yeah, so I'm in not. What do we do? Are we the metric system? No, you're the metric system.
Yeah, I think we're the metric system. Yeah.
Okay, so in the metric system, I'm 155, whatever that is.
So it's good enough for me. I don't know how big that. I don't even know how tall I am in meters.
Oh.
I think I'm 5'10".
Okay. 5'11". I'm 5'1", 5'2". I went to high school with the tallest guy in the United States.
Really?
I did.
And how tall was he?
Like 100 feet. He's almost 7 feet tall.
Wow.
No, more. I don't know. Everybody in my high school was super tall, but his name is Igor something with a.
Everyone Google Igor .
Well, he was like we didn't go to high school because I was still in like 7th grade and he was in high school, just 4 years, but all like the school was basically the same. Right.
That's another thing that I've never got used to is the grade system, because it's completely different in Scotland and Europe, I guess. So coming here with people are like, oh yeah, like I've not done that since the 12th grade, and I'm like, is that good? I don't know if that's good.
I don't know what your 12th grade is. Is that what are you 12? Are you 27? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, that sounds like relatively big number. That must be later in life. Oh yeah, yeah. 12th grade. I think 12th grade is like the last year of high school, right?
Yeah. So most people are around 18 years old.
Yeah.
On their 12th grade.
Right. Right. That makes sense. There we go. See, this is also, it's fun, but it's informative.
It's informative, yes.
See, everyone's going to learn about the metric system and the grade system. Brilliant. Celsius, Fahrenheit, Morocco, lipstick.
This is an all-encompassing interview.
Yes, exactly. We should just start. We should just start our own channel, just talking about the weather and different temperature.
Do you brush your beard?
Do I brush my beard?
Yeah, it's very neat.
I do. I trim it, and then I use beard oil.
Oh.
Like a brush, and then I comb it.
Wow.
Yeah. I take pride in my beard.
Good, you should.
Yeah.
I would if I had facial hair.
Yeah. Well, thank you for noticing. I appreciate it. It's always nice to get complimented on the beard. It needs a bit of a trim, but.
How big have you let it get?
I not like Gandalf.
Okay.
I would love to do that though. Probably about here is probably the biggest, and it was the bushiest. So I've kind of go, depending on my mood, I'll like trim it down, or like I'll just take a little bit off, and then it was summer, so I decided to take a bit more off. So it's now getting into winter, so it's probably gonna get bigger now. Sorry?
Your face gets warmer with it?
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Boys sweat a lot, so I guess that'd be bad news bears.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, usually in the summer it does get pretty warm, because I used to also have like shoulder length long hair.
Okay. So you're just showing up.
Yeah, I just like ended up had a really bad yeah, I just had like a really hot summer, because I'm not used to the summers here still.
Oh yeah, they're hot. I grew up in Minnesota, so it's similar weather. Very cold in the winter, very hot and muggy in the summer.
Yep, that sounds like here.
But it's like beautiful. It's super green in the summer, and you get to go. I'm assuming you have lakes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of lakes.
Yeah. Lake
Michigan, Lake Ontario.
Yep.
Lake Louise.
I don't like that lake.
They should have a Lake Laura.
Yeah, Lake Laura.
Lake Laura. Let's just go. Lake Louise doesn't exist. It's Lake Laura now.
My new name is Lake Laura.
There you go. That sounds like a great like.
It sounds like it should be Laura Lake, but I don't like it.
Lake Laura. People are gonna ask more questions. Laura Lake just sounds like Ricky Lake's sister.
Yeah. Okay, that's true. I was gonna say it sounds like something like someone I know or like have heard of.
I was gonna say, do you know Ricky Lake?
I don't. I wish I did. Let's go through all the people I know.
We don't. If we knew Ricky Lake.
I don't know Ricky Lake. You know who I did just run into, which was amazing and kind of crazy. But when I went to go vote, I was kind of starstruck. That did you ever watch The Wonder Years growing up?
I did, yeah.
Kevin, Fred Savage, was right next to me.
Really?
We were both voting, and I freaked out. I mean, but when I freak out, I basically just go catatonic.
Right.
I have like a lot of thoughts in my head about what I want to do, what I want to say, but then I just like don't do anything. And I've been really lucky to have met a lot of really cool people in this industry. I guess you go to events, you meet a lot of people, but there's just few that you grew up with that like really are very exciting.
Yeah. So that was Fred Savage for you. That was your one.
That was my guy.
I mean, it's great to see that you voted.
Huh?
It was great to see that you voted. That's.
Oh yeah, I voted, of course. A re-election.
Yeah. So I don't really know much about politics, if I'm honest. I just know a little bit, and everyone was talking about voting, so I knew that was for the re-election.
In Canada, or are you talking about the U.S.?
And both.
Or I don't know anything about Canadian politics so much. I know you guys have great healthcare.
Yep.
Here we do not.
Yeah, that happens. So that's the importance of voting.
Yes. Yeah.
Democracy, kids.
I'm very excited about but I don't know. Everybody getting so involved.
Yeah, it was great. Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, everything was just dominated by getting people to vote. So it was really good to see people who, people like yourself and people in Hollywood, high-profile actors, everyone just getting involved to just sort of drive.
Using your voice in any way that you can, even though it's like nice to say, but I think it's just as valid when, I guess, non-actors, of course, do it, if not more so.
Of course, but it's using your platform to send that message to a broader set of people, and it's great to see. So that was awesome.
Anyone want to talk politics? I'm in.
Yeah.
Like, all of a sudden, my mind went blank. I was like, someone's going to ask something that I don't know the answer to at the moment.
Exactly. Yeah. If anyone wants to talk politics, I'll leave Laura's Instagram and Twitter in the description. You can go and follow. And yeah.
I'm a big fan of talking things out, not like, oh, I believe this because I do, and that's that.
And that's awesome. It's good to see. It's good to see. But yeah, so see, this is a great chat. There's just so many avenues, and exactly what you've just said. Talking things out is great for everyone. So this is awesome. So we've spoke about Hills Have Eyes. The next thing was Guardians of the Galaxy. Was this before or after Holliston?
That was after Holliston.
After Holliston. Okay, so we'll talk about Guardians of the Galaxy quickly. And then we can talk more about Holliston, Victor Crowley, all the other work that you've done. But yeah, so Guardians of the Galaxy, was that a similar scenario to The Hills Have Eyes? It was just there was an addition going, and you just sort of.
No, actually, it was a very it was very cool in that I know James Gunn, and he which is why I gave him the script that I wrote and let him.
Of course, yeah.
No, I actually knew him. I had no idea what he was asking me to do. He was just sort of like, hey, are you available this one day? And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. I had no idea if he was doing like a YouTube video or if he was just having people over. No idea. Because it was towards the end of filming. So I knew he had been working on a project like a year before. So I really came in at the end. And it's really fun, at least for me also, to watch the movie in multiple levels, because all the people that I hang out with, that I see, for example, when we all happen to be around, like at James's house or something, like he sprinkled everyone in there.
Nice.
So that's like so fun. And I was just really lucky to have been one of the people that he chose to sort of sprinkle in there with all his friends. And I didn't know what it was at first. And then when I found out what it was, I guess everybody was keeping it secret, obviously, but nobody told me that. So I remember I didn't tell anyone, but I just remember like driving on set, just being like, hi, I'm here for Guardians of the Galaxy. Because they're like, for what? And then like I saw that they were using a different project name. But I mean, I didn't give anything away. I didn't know anything. Yeah. Even while I was filming, I had no idea. And then they just started to pick me up, which was a lot of fun and took a very long time. Yeah, and then I was told not to tell anyone, so I didn't tell anyone until after it came out. And then I guess a lot of people were very surprised because I didn't do the, hey, this is what's going on, don't tell anyone, I'm not supposed to tell people. So I really didn't. I can take a secret to the grave.
Great. That's great. And then
at least until I have a deadline. Like, you just have to keep the secret till this time.
Till the end of your life, then you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least you're sticking to deadlines and you're loyal.
Yeah, ish.
Ish. But I know Guardians of the Galaxy obviously went on to be a huge, huge success. I
It's
remember
an
seeing it.
amazing movie, and I can't tell if I like the first one or the second one more, but how heart-wrenching was the second one?
I know. I know. I actually waited until I didn't see the second one in theaters. I saw the first one in theaters and I was blown away. And I didn't get a chance to see the second one in theaters, but I think I got it for Christmas. And
Oh,
then just before Christmas, it came on Netflix.
I know.
And I was like, oh, I really want to watch Guardians of the Galaxy. And they were just like, no, we can't watch it. And I'm like, it's on Netflix. We can't watch it. I'm like, okay.
Like gave away your
Pre-
Christmas
Pretty
present.
much. Yeah, pretty much. So, and it was just about it was a couple of weeks before Christmas, I'd say. So, yeah, let's watch Guardians of the Galaxy. Nope. Damn it. So I totally gave it away. And then I opened it. I was like, oh, look, Guardians of the Galaxy on Blu-ray. What a
Surprise!
surprise. How thoughtful. I could have watched this 2 weeks ago, but I didn't. I waited till Christmas. And then I watched that afterwards.
And cried.
And yeah. I mean, a lot of the superhero movies these days, there's some sort of heart wrenching, gut wrenching story that's layered in with the action and the comedy, and it's an all round fantastic franchise, and it's awful what's happened to James Gunn, but
He's
onwards
gonna
and
be at
upwards.
DC now, so we get to have him for DC.
Yes, and
It's
I
not like
thought,
last time. We've still got him. We still
yeah,
get. And I don't know. I just read somewhere. I don't know if, but aren't they using a script for the next Guardians of the Galaxy anyway?
is that I didn't know that. I hadn't seen that
Oh,
anywhere,
I don't know.
but
I mean, I thought I like read that somewhere.
right. Yeah, I've not heard anything about him recently. I did see that he was going to be working for DC now, which is brilliant because it's got a lot of people excited about something that
Yes,
otherwise wouldn't have been very exciting. So it's great to see, and he's made some great horror movies as well.
he's an amazing director.
Yeah, a lot of great ideas, brilliant filming style, and he was the main reason why Guardians of the Galaxy was such a success. So next time you see him, tell him I said thank you.
I'll give him a kiss on the mouth
Yes,
from
from
you.
from me. Yeah, this weird Scottish guy wants me to kiss you in the mouth and say thank you for Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2.
Yeah, and then
Potentially,
I'll slap him in the butt.
yeah. There we go.
Like that was for me.
Life made.
Yeah.
That's my goal for life done. So I can just die happy now.
I'll let you know when it happens.
Brilliant.
Email
Look
you.
forward
Be
to
like,
it.
done.
Yeah, so I bumped into James and I kissed him in the mouth and slapped him in the butt.
But it was from you.
Forgot to say hi. So he was just
Yeah.
weirded out. So we're not friends anymore.
Yeah. Put up at his house. No big deal. He wasn't expecting me.
That's amazing that you're friends with a lot of these people. And this is just solely just from doing movies, which is great. I mean, there's a lot of great stories of people being the most unlikely friends. Because before you told me that, I would have never have thought that you and James Gunn were friends.
Yeah, I believe it was his brother who, like 12 years ago or something, before any of this even happened, had this thing called Sunset Sundays, and it was really just like people hanging out on Sunday, and he opened up his house for people to come and drink wine and have gross cheese.
Wow.
Yeah. There were some good cheeses, but I feel like there was like a thing where people were like trying to figure out who could bring like the grossest cheese.
And I mean, there's a lot of gross cheese in Scotland. There's a lot of gross cheese, so there's another thing you can go looking for when you go to Scotland. Just some gross ass cheese.
Just gross cheese.
From Stilton.
When I go, I'll be like, "Hi, I'd like to try some gross cheese." I don't really like cheese that much, to be honest.
Yeah, cheese is getting overrated these days.
People love cheese, and I like cheese, I guess, but
Yeah.
I don't really.
Yeah, I mean, the main people that love cheese are lactose intolerant people. and they just still eat cheese. They're fearless.
I had a friend, his name was Clayton, and he was very allergic to cheese,
Right.
and he would eat cheese all the time, and it was like, I don't know if he did, I mean, this is back in high school, around between the ages of 14 and 18.
Right.
And he would like break out, like he would get like painful like sores. I think at that point, I don't know if he was doing it for attention or can you be addicted to cheese? Does anyone know? There's such a thing as he would be like, watch me like triple cheeseburger with extra cheese. And I'd be like, no, stop it. No one wants that.
And then end up with hives.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah, like I've never seen people love cheese as much as people who can't have cheese. Their life depends on them not eating cheese.
Yeah.
They just love it so much.
Walk around with an EpiPen, so every time they eat it, they can just have a shot of Epi. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's an EpiPen?
Is that for? Yeah, I think it's adrenaline, or for diabetics.
No, an EpiPen is like when you're allergic to something. Like,
right. Like an antihistamine, like an anti-inflammatory, maybe.
Oh, maybe. I guess so, like your throat doesn't like that.
Yeah, because I mean, like when you have an allergic reaction to something, majority of the time your throat closes over.
Oh yeah, that would be dangerous.
Yeah, so then people just carry around an EpiPen just to stab themselves in the leg when they have like the one thing that they can't have. But yeah, like they make pills. They make pills for lactose intolerant people for if they do so happen to eat cheese. They just take a pill and it like stops the symptoms apparently.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah, that's a great way to capitalize. That's business right there. Capitalize on the people.
Stop eating the thing that's not good for you. It's like here's how you can keep slowly dying.
Yes. Here's we're gonna give you internal organ damage.
But you won't feel it.
Yeah, you won't feel it, and you can still eat the thing that might kill you one day. Sold.
I'm in.
I'm in. Sign me up. I don't know how I'd feel having to take a pill to eat something though. That would get exhausting.
What do you eat first? I guess the pill. What if you forget?
Yeah. Or what if you're out and you forget to take the pill with you, and then you go into anaphylactic shock? But yeah, well, that's quite a pickle. Quite a pickle to be.
I love pickles. I like fried pickles, but only when they're fried whole.
Fried whole pickles?
Yeah, because I don't like the pickle chips. Then there's too much fried to pickle ratio.
Right. I'm actually not the biggest fan of pickles.
I used to hate them, but now I love them. I don't know why.
Really?
Maybe
I'll try it again someday.
One day.
Yeah.
When you have a more refined palate.
Yes, exactly. I mean, but when I was growing up, I used to just eat like 2 pieces of bread with like an American cheese slice.
So grilled cheese?
But not grilled. Just that. Just soft white bread, a slice of cheese, and then bread on top. And that's the only thing I would eat. Even if it was like a grilled cheese, I still wouldn't eat it.
You're a picky eater?
I was, yeah. And then one day I just started eating like salad. And,
all these things taste so good.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, what did I do for so long? And eating things like I didn't even eat things like chicken and nothing. It was just cheese and 2 slices of bread. Yeah. Plain, basic. No butter. No butter or anything.
Wow.
It was the weirdest thing.
Although when I was little, I thought it was a cool sandwich that I would make. That was like bread, and then I'd put ketchup and mayonnaise, and then another bread. And I was like, look, I made a sandwich.
Yeah. I mean, my aunt used to just squirt ketchup onto 2 slices of bread and just eat that. I mean, yeah, it's just whatever you fancy, really.
But yeah. Food is food, and it's all delicious.
Exactly. It all ends up in the same place. Yeah. Oh, food. This is turning into a well-rounded interview. I love it.
We're talking about food, we're talking about makeup, we're talking about horror movies, we're talking about regular movies, we're talking about voting.
Yeah. The metric system.
We talked about the metric system.
Locations.
Locations. Your beard.
My beard, yeah. Man, brilliant. I love it. Love it. So we'll segue into Holliston.
Sounds good.
I'm a huge fan of Holliston. I'm a huge fan of Adam Green.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's okay.
He's okay.
But I did actually. I was watching. I decided to watch Holliston last night. I was like, there's nothing for me to do. I'm bored. I'm going to put on Holliston.
An oldie but a goodie. A classic.
Exactly. Yeah, and I forgot how funny it was. And it took me back to the first time I watched it. I was just so happy.
When was the first time you watched it? What were you? Where were you?
I was here. So it was probably, actually it was a couple of years ago. Because I didn't watch it when it was on like FearNet. It was on FearNet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch it when it was on that. Actually, I got it on Blu-ray.
Perfect.
And just like threw it on. Yeah, I like buying like physical copies of stuff as opposed to just streaming all the time.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I think that's great, but now that I'm moving, like we're in the, like this room is pretty empty. But if we went to like my living room, like yesterday, it was full of color-coded like books and DVDs and CDs. It like looks cool at first, but like to move all that, it's all my husband's. Because I'm more like, oh, let's stream. And one of the big things right now, he's like, where are we gonna put the DVDs in the new place? And I was like, in a box. He was having none of that.
In a box, yeah.
Like, I don't know, we could leave them in the box, maybe in the garage.
You can get them in a couple of years, maybe when we move again.
Yeah, an even bigger place.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm big on physical stuff. Like I collect like action figures and like Blu-rays. It's mainly Blu-rays. I've got a ton of DVDs, but I've just been getting into Blu-rays more recently. So those are really exciting. And one of the ones I got was Holliston season 1. I've not got season 2 yet.
Uh-oh.
But I've seen season 2.
The season 1, I can't remember, have the Christmas special, or season 2 is the one that has the Christmas special. It all blurs together.
Actually, I can't remember. I only watched a couple of more episodes last night.
You should have watched the entire season.
Yeah, I should have watched the entire season all night.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anyone in the chat knows which one the Christmas episode was on, let us know.
What's everyone's favorite episode?
Yeah, what's everyone's favorite episode? My favorite episode, and I was going to ask you about this as well, but my favorite episode is when Adam and Joe get skunked.
Yes, that's my favorite, actually.
And you have to go and get the vinegar, but there's no vinegar. So you just have to get a ton of feminine hygiene products.
I think that was actually the first episode of the entire thing that we filmed.
Really?
The first scene that we filmed was Corey and I driving.
Mm-hmm.
When we were like hitting all the kids. And then, but I think the first full episode that we shot, we pretty much shot the entire season at once.
Right.
Was that one, the skunked episode.
Right. That's my favorite. Also because it had the market basket scene.
Oh yes, I have a lot of market baskets in my life because apparently I think it's because like I grew up in Minnesota but have moved around a lot, so I have like an accent, or I don't hear things, I guess, the way that other people do sometimes. So that actually happened. That wasn't written into the script.
Yeah.
We were doing a table read, and I guess I said it the wrong way, and then Adam corrected me, and then we just went back and forth, and everybody started laughing, and I really didn't get it. So then he wrote it in the script.
Oh, it was great. I think it was comedy gold because it drags on for so long, and it gets funnier and funnier the more that you say it. The Market Basket,
Market.
Whisper Basket, Market Whisper Basket.
Oh yeah, that was fun. That was fun improv with Corey. Corey there.
And I mean, working on Holliston, you must have got to meet a ton of just amazing people from the horror community. Was there any moment when you were filming any of the episodes that had special guest appearances? Was there any moment where you were starstruck by meeting anyone, or were they all just your friends from before?
It kind of all felt like my friends from before,
Right.
from a while. If anything, it was just so amazing to get to. I mean, just imagine having like a really amazing, fun summer camp with your friends, and then it got filmed, and then you get to watch it. It's just
Right.
a lot of fun, and then having other people enjoy it, and it's like they're part of your little summer camp experience, and then you get to talk about it with everyone. But
Yep.
that's kind of what it was because we're so close. Joe, Adam, Corey, and I, and then everyone else, like Danielle Harris. She she doesn't come to Tuesday Not Tacos, but I see her sometimes with like a bunch of other girls.
Right.
Just kind of everybody is in sort of the same friends group, and we run all in the same circles, kind of, and everybody is so kind. That it was just a lot of fun to hang out and get to play with them. So it's really what we got to do was play with our friends.
Yeah. I mean that's the best kind of. I mean I wouldn't even call it work at that point. That's the best kind of time to have because it's not when you're working with your friends. It's not work.
Yeah, and you're getting paid, so it's awesome.
Yeah. No, that was great. And then obviously Derek Mears is in the Market Basket skunk episode.
Yes.
Love Derek Mears.
He's the new Swamp Man, right?
Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't get anything right.
I just you got the first part. That's the main part.
He's a swamp and he's a man.
Swamp Man.
Swamp Man thing.
Swamp Man thing. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I saw that recently. That's really exciting. I'm going to check that out for sure.
Yeah.
And I just found out that it was season 2 had the Christmas episode.
Oh yes, okay.
There we go.
I feel like we have 2 Christmas episodes, or we just filmed 1 episode for a really long time.
Right.
Well, we like spend Christmas together, so it also it's like what's an episode, what's real life.
Right. What's your favorite Holliston episode?
Skunked,
yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great one in the bathtub, and they're just like Adam's just throwing up on Joe. Brilliant.
Yeah, it was just fun. Also, like having like a little like mission to go do with Corey and getting to do. I mean, I guess it wasn't like stunts, but I really like to do a lot of physical comedy and whatnot. So like, playing with like Derek and Colton, they're so much fun. Brian Posehn was in that. He was a lot of fun to be around and really funny.
Yeah. And a lot of people are saying that they found out about Holliston from Dave Brocky.
Okay, yeah.
So
love Dave.
Someone just said there, they found out about Holliston from Dave. Miss him every day. He said he saved his life after passing, changed his bad habits, 4 years clean. Brilliant.
Congratulations.
That's brilliant.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna go for 5 and then 45.
Yes. So you keep going, man. That's amazing.
That's you.
Amazing. Okay. So Holliston was great. I mean, you could just tell, just even by watching it, you can tell just everyone has just such a great chemistry, and I feel like it's the horror version of Friends.
Thank you. Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like.
Yeah. And it comes across like that. It's not as if like nothing's like overacted or you're just trying to fake chemistry and there's no backstage politics. Like it just all came across on screen that everyone just loved each other.
From the PAs to catering to the executive, everybody was equal on set.
Yeah.
And it just makes going to work and doing your job so much fun. And it helps you run like a well-oiled machine. I mean, I think one of our days we had 100 setups, which in regular TV, you get like 3 setups. Like you do like one day. And we could have only done it with a relationship that we are lucky to have.
Of course, yeah. No, it was great. Everyone always, I mean, it must be something that people always just bring up to you. How often do you ask to say Market Basket?
A lot. A lot. Especially, I mean, and of course, like when I go to when I do interviews or when I go to horror events and stuff, I'll like hear it. Sometimes I don't even see who it is, but I hear it.
Just your ears will start to burn, and you're like, someone's
watching me and whispering.
Someone's saying Market Basket.
Yeah.
I can tell. I've got a sixth sense.
Like when people bring me Market Basket like grocery bags.
No way.
Yeah, or people have me sign those, or they'll have name tags and they'll have me sign those.
That's amazing.
That's fun. I think I have a name tag. I just moved, like moving's a pain in the butt.
Oh yeah, yeah. I had to do it about a year ago.
Yeah, we have so much time. We still have to. That's all like personal stuff. I'm like, we've got so much left to do.
But then when it's done, that's when you can enjoy the new home. So
yeah,
that was my thought. It was okay if I do it now, then I don't have to wait till later, which means I can enjoy being in my new space now.
It's true.
So that was my.
I forget. I totally lost my train of thought because I like saw something shiny off the side. I was like,
Whoa.
What? Yeah, squirrel. That's pretty much me. My dad, he's in town right now, like helping us and stuff. And he's like, can you finish one thought? No, I can't.
No. That's like my boss at work. She's very much like that. She'll be in the middle of a conversation. She'll just like kind of glance over and then look back and she'll be like, what were we talking about?
What was going on?
And usually from all the people that I've met in life, those types of people are typically really fun to be around. So it's never a bad thing.
We'll keep you on your toes. You're always listening.
Exactly, yeah.
Is anyone in the chat from LA?
Is anyone in the chat from LA?
Where's everybody from? Where's anyone from?
We've got a lot of people from a lot of places. One of our friends who asked about the lipstick, her name's Laura. She's in Michigan.
Oh, hi, Michigan.
Michigan. Kansas.
Hi, Kansas.
We're not in Kansas anymore. Who else? Nebraska.
Oh, Nebraska. I like have songs playing in my head, like Michigan. I think Kanye West, like Michigan, just that little piece.
Right.
What was the last one we just said?
Nebraska.
Nebraska, Lady Gaga.
Idaho.
Damn it, potatoes.
Potatoes. Nice. This is a good quick fire round. Where's everyone from? And then the first thing that comes into your head.
Okay, go.
Nothing else has came in yet.
Oh, all right, no one's here.
Last one was Idaho. Have you ever been to Canada?
I went to Canada once for work. I went to Montreal, but everything was it was beautiful for what I could see. But I was working all day, so by the time that I got back to the hotel, it's kind of a funny story. Everything was already shut. Everything closes very early there.
Right.
But I remember me and another actor who was also filming. We decided to go just on a mission to see what was going on, and we saw what looked like maybe a club, like something was going on. Like a lot of people were outside lining up to get in, so we're like, we just got in line, and then we found out it was an AA meeting.
Oh.
I mean, like we left before it started because we were like, oh, what's everyone doing? And they're like, this is our AA. And we're like, we probably shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
This feels disrespectful now. Does anybody know where there's a bar?
Yeah. That must have been awkward, but it makes for a fun story.
Yeah.
So here's the time I accidentally went to an AA meeting. when I was in Montreal.
I'm sure I've got way more fun times.
Oh, I bet. That must have just been awkward at the time. But that seems to happen in life. Things that happen that are extremely awkward at the time, you laugh about them later.
Yeah. Or at the moment.
Or at the moment, if you're a nervous laugher. I'm definitely someone that laughs when they're nervous. So I tend to typically piss people off.
I don't like laughing when I'm nervous, but there have been times where I've laughed when it's like very serious and it's not even something I thought was funny, but then I just get the giggles and I can't stop. That's embarrassing.
It's quite common in things like funerals.
It's never happened to me in funerals.
It's never happened to me either, thankfully. But I know it's pretty common when it comes to like funerals or just those sort of scenarios where it's extremely serious and everyone's very serious, and then just the nerves and the tension just gets to you, and it's like a knee-jerk reaction. It's just a laugh, and it's not even just like a kind of it's a straight from the gut roar of laughter that's completely noticeable that you can't even like pretend to just cry.
Yeah,
one of those ones. I've had that happen a couple of times.
Like I had a class in college that was 4 hours long, and it was so boring. Like he just had to sit there. Oh, hello.
Hey, sorry, I just jumped in. I'm supposed to be helping out John today, but got tied up. I'm at the airport. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, this is Al. He's currently at the airport going to Vegas.
Yeah.
Go win some money.
Hell no! I went to New Orleans and played $20 and cried. I ain't doing that.
What are you going to Vegas for?
I'm gonna go see my girlfriend.
Okay. Bring her something nice. To bring her flowers?
No, I don't. But I could definitely get that. Thank you, man.
No.
I can get that. Sorry to jump in, but I do have a question.
Go on.
It's about the Hills Have Eyes. I'm not sure if John's even asked it yet, but I was wanting to know if the whole, that bad scene, that's sort of controversial in the trailer.
Which one? Where we kill the pig?
The one where, sorry, I'm in public. I can't be talking crazy right now. But the scene that where he like climbs on top of her and.
What happened? Make him like spell this out at the airport.
Nothing really. It didn't show anything happen, but it was gonna happen against her will.
What was gonna happen?
Something bad.
Something bad was going to happen to the lady.
She was going to get.
What about? Okay, so what's your question?
All right, so the question is, were you there whenever? Like, were you like on set when that scene happened? Like, was it real? Like, any like a traumatizing thing to see or no?
I wasn't on set with that scene. Normally, with like sensitive scenes like that, where even if any type of those scenes, usually it's closed set, which means it's just the people that need to be there. Like the director, just if there's two actors and whatnot. But I will say, for example, there's like a scene where I don't know if I made it to the movie, but at one point there's a gun pointed at a baby, and little Maisie, like it was like perfect because she like touched it and put her finger like in the barrel.
Yeah.
I don't think that made it. But they're like, oh my God, when she grows up, do you think she's going to be traumatized? She's seeing all these monsters, all these evil things. And no, like, because behind the scenes, everybody in between scenes is laughing and talking. Okay. Some people have like blood all over them and whatnot and going to get lunch real quick. They're taking their break. It's not so traumatizing when you're actually in it.
That scene is hella gnarly. I guess whenever people bring up scenes like that movie comes up like top 5 for shit like that. It's pretty crazy. How are you doing, by the way?
I'm good. I'm actually in the middle of moving, which is why this room is so empty. But I'm good.
Where are you moving to? Like, what state are you moving to?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm still in LA, in California, which is where I'm based. We just got a bigger place.
Okay, cool. Well, John, I wanted to stop. I'm about to fly out. I just want to stop in and say hello to the guest. Doing a fantastic job.
Have so much fun with your girlfriend. How often do you get to see her?
I'm gonna try to. It's gonna be a little late when I land, but I'm gonna wake her up. All right. Thank you for being on the show. All right, John. I'll talk to you later.
Absolutely. Bye.
Oh.
That's very long distance relationship.
Yeah. Al lives in Texas, and she lives in Vegas.
Oh, okay. It's just like not long.
Not too bad.
He lived in Canada.
No. Actually, I'm the only one that's in Canada. The other two guys, they're in Galveston, Texas, and San Antonio, Texas.
Okay.
So we usually meet up once a year at Texas Frightmare Weekend in Dallas. So we usually meet up once a year there, and we just go and like talk to people and hang out and drink a lot. And
there's like a debaucherous together.
Pretty much, yeah. That's just a weekend away where we don't have to deal with the daily grind, I guess.
Right. Very cool.
We're going to do that in May, which I believe Felissa Rose is going. Yeah. We've had about 3 or 4 comments in the chat with people saying, try and get Laura to go to Texas Frightmare Weekend, which...
What was it?
May.
Have them call my people.
Yes. Yeah, speak to Bruce. He's a good guy.
Yeah, Bruce is the best.
Yeah, you've got a great. I'll say this: you've got such a great team that really look out for you, and everyone was super courteous when I was talking to them. So tell them I said thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Will do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all very sweet. They're very non-agenty like, but they are also very agency like, just not in a douchey way.
Yeah, not like your sort of stereotypical agent that's like sitting there with a cigar and just counting stacks of money from all their clients.
Yeah.
Like you see in like the cartoons and like movies and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, and like the braces and like a pinstripe shirt, bald head, big heavy set. That's what you typically see for like in cartoons and stuff. So I definitely didn't get that. So it was great to talk to them. One other question we did get in the chat was, how did they give you such weird hands when filming The Hills Have Eyes? Were they prosthetics? Yeah.
The wonderful Greg Nicotero, who now, as you know, directs and does everything for The Walking Dead.
Yes.
He did all my prosthetics, which, they're custom made to my hands. And then I had a few different kinds of hands that I walked around with, which running around in a sweater and wool socks and
in Morocco
was a very sweaty time.
Oh, I bet. I mean, just the thought of the word Morocco makes me feel extremely hot, like warm. I was going to say hot, but that's probably not a good word to use, but it makes me feel warm and start to like, my hands get a little bit clammy.
Like, I like being warm, actually. I like when it's hot out, and it's nice that it's like a dry heat over there from what I can remember. But I do remember at some points it was pretty too hot.
Pretty hot, yeah. I mean, yeah. And I've heard that the food's great in Morocco, so yeah, I'll definitely go. I'll brave the heat, and I'll go to Morocco.
Fun fact, sometimes the more you cover up, as long as it's not with wool, the cooler you feel, because there's like air pockets going in.
Right. Did not know that.
Your skin is being protected.
Brilliant.
Things you learn, and you cool down faster if you have hot tea in the desert.
Yes, I've used the hot tea thing when I'm here because the tea's obviously hotter than what it is outside, I guess.
Right.
Because it's boiled, so when you get to drink it, it's hotter than what it is outside, so it cools your body down. It's like a weird mental trick. Yeah. That's
a thing I learned in Morocco.
I bet, yeah. Especially being in the middle of the desert with prosthetic hands and a wool
And prosthetic teeth.
Yeah. And I mean, that must have just been a culture shock, really, from dropping in LA to being in Morocco in a wool sweater and prosthetic hands and.
Yeah, I mean, it was like so exciting in every way because I'd never been on a movie set. I remember like running through mountains, and some of them were real mountains, and some of them weren't. It was
Right,
like
right.
at the end that I was like, oh, this is fake.
Yeah, I loved it. Loved Hills of Eyes. Loved Holliston. Loved Guardians of the Galaxy. And then we had Victor Crowley recently, which when I saw you were in Victor Crowley, I was extremely happy about it.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'm like, I need to see it. And then Felissa Rose was in it. And then I heard there was a certain death scene that I had to watch or look out for with Felissa.
Felissa, yeah, she had a good one.
That was a good one. But yeah, I pre-ordered. I was one of the pre-orders for Victor Crowley that I bought the Adam Green signed one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was cool. And then I met Kane Hodder at TFW last year.
Texas Fright.
Texas Frightmare, yeah. Short TFW for short.
What's the W? Texas Frightmare?
Frightmare Weekend.
Weekend.
Yeah.
Got it. Because it's on the weekend.
If you get an email from Texas Frightmare Weekend, you know it's going down.
I've been meaning to go to Texas because I've been flying my whole life, and my stop is always Texas.
Right.
Wherever I go, I feel like I always stop in Texas, but I've never been to Texas.
Right.
All I know of Texas is, although now I'm thinking since it's, God, I've been flying since I was like, I think I first took a plane when I was like 5 years old.
Wow.
So I almost feel like at this point in my life, is it just better to keep my view of Texas just the airport? Is that more funny than if I actually go to Texas? Or if I just talk about how much time I've spent in Texas, but all my references are only of the airport?
Yeah, that may be pretty funny. Well, I mean, the convention is
it in the airport?
It's at the hotel that's near the airport.
That's funny. If I just never go outside this 1 mile radius.
Well, it's crazy because the airport itself, it's just got a bunch of hotels around.
Oh.
And there's a toll road that goes in and out, so you have to pay to go in and pay to go out. Or
if I go to Texas to TFW.
Yeah.
My booth will be in the airport.
Brilliant.
Then I won't have to pay a toll.
Yep.
And then I'll keep my only Texas airport thing going.
Yes. And I will make sure that everyone goes from the convention to the airport to come and say hi.
Yeah.
And I'll say Felissa, Laura's over at the airport. Best booth in TFW. You need to go and check it out. And she'll be like, oh, okay, great.
Okay.
And then we'll just round up all the people there and we'll just go and hang out at the airport. And it'll just be a big party.
Have you interviewed Felissa?
I've not, no.
Should we call her? No, I'm just kidding. She probably won't.
I think I watched I think it was called Monster Party. Was like a podcast. I was watching that last night because I was looking up to see if there was any other interviews that you'd done, and that was one of the ones that came up. It was like 2 hours long.
Yeah, it's probably longer. We were drinking.
Oh yeah, editing and stuff like that. Probably longer. But yeah, one of the funny parts was when they were talking about Michael Bailey Smith. You're just like, oh yeah, I can call him.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. And they're like, oh really? You gonna call? I was like,
I'll call Felissa right now.
You don't have to call Felissa, but if you want to call Felissa, you're more than welcome to.
I'll text her, see what she's doing.
That's brilliant. Hilarious. I mean, like, even just like from doing this, we've only done this for maybe about 5 or 6 months, I'd say. And just from these interactions with with people that we've ended up watching our whole lives, it's so much more rewarding than just like waiting to go to a convention and meeting the people, which we'll do anyway. Like we've just got to talk to these people that we've only seen in movies, and they then show up and they're just these great, fun, so many good stories, awesome time people. Like Christina Elise is probably my favorite one.
Christina Elise?
Yeah. Well, she's gonna be my second favorite now.
That's
Unfortunately.
right, because I'm gonna call Felissa. I mean, I just text her to see what she's doing, but maybe I'll just call her. We'll talk about one other thing, and then I'll call her if she doesn't answer me. Okay. In case she's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you do? She has children.
Yeah, she's children, and she also has like a rock star husband. So, does that count as another child?
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe I do love CKY.
He's not a rock star.
See, CKY was my jam back in the day.
What was?
CKY. Is
that his band?
Yeah, it's his band, yeah.
Nice.
And then I found out probably a couple of years ago actually that she was married to him, and I'm like, whoa. And then I got the rush of being in 12th grade.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, so I just like started listening to CKY again, and I'm like, wow, this is great.
You know, it's funny that I'm wearing like a dark lipstick and stuff, because the past few days I've really been into listening to like My Chemical Romance again.
Really?
Just like jamming out, they're so good.
What like, My Chemical Romance, like Black Parade or earlier?
Black Parade.
Black Parade.
I'm not going to pretend I'm a bigger fan of things than I am. I really like things. I like the popular stuff, and I like some obscure stuff that, although there are sometimes things that I think are obscure, that then I'm like, oh yeah, I once knew this thing. There was like this band or there's a singer, and then there's a bunch of people that are like, yeah, we know that was like their hit. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know. Whatever.
Yeah, that happens, because I mean, it's new to you, and then it might be that no one's talking about it anymore.
Yeah.
But then you're just like, oh, this, I've heard this new band, and it's like, oh well, they've been around for like 10 years. Way to burst my bubble. Thanks. But what other types of music and other bands do you like listening to?
God, I'm annoying, but like I say, I really like everything.
Yeah.
Which I do. The only person, and again, now I just got sick of it from listening to him too much, but the only person that I was ever like, oh my God, this guy's voice is beautiful, I have to go to all his shows, was Amos Lee, who is more like of a folksy singer.
Right.
But I don't like folk music so much all the time. It's gotta be like specific things.
Right.
Trying to think. I love a lot of like college. I can't even think of anyone right now, but I love like college bands or like high school bands who would like hand me their CDs. I would just listen to them on like repeat.
Yeah.
None of them were, hits. So I guess I do like some obscure music, which was, just basically generic sounding music of the time. But I liked it. I love live music. That pretty much, it can be any genre. I'm trying to think what genre I would hate, because I feel like maybe there would be something. But most things can be like, as long as if it's live, I'm always wowed by artists and happy to listen.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because every style of music has this different energy.
Yeah, I don't like techno. You know what? There we go.
I'm not a big fan of techno either.
There's like sometimes, because one of my neighbors is a music engineer.
Right.
And so sometimes like I'll hear the beats through the wall. So maybe I've like grown. It's like elevator music to me. Like I guess it can be on quietly while I'm doing something.
Yeah. Like that dull drone of bass.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean though. I'm not a big fan of techno music. I love classical music. I enjoy it. I do love a bit of Mozart. Some Bach. So I actually went to school for music way back in the day.
Have you been to Mozart's birthplace in Austria?
I've not.
It's beautiful. It's like in Strasbourg, with an S.
Yeah, Strasbourg.
Yeah. I didn't know. I thought like he was poor, right? This like poor prodigy, but like there they make it pretty clear that he was a wealthy man. He came from a not so poor family.
He came from money.
Yeah, and he made pretty good money doing what he did.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, I've never been to anything like that. I've actually not been to that many places in Europe.
How dare you?
I know, right? I was so close as well. Like literally was maybe like a 2 or 3 hour flight from most places.
Yeah.
In Europe. And I saw recently you were at the World Cup, right?
It was.
And how was
oh my
that?
God, that's amazing. I highly recommend going to a World Cup. Or Russia was so different than I thought it would be, and it was so incredibly beautiful. And so I went to Moscow, Kazan, and St. Petersburg.
Right.
They were so unbelievably different, but like modern. They were all modern, and they were all like the perfect marriage of what they are, which is like Christianity, the Middle East, and like Asia, right?
St. Petersburg
was a lot more European-like because it was cold and rainy, and the buildings were old and beautiful. But like the architecture in Moscow, oh my God, it was so. I've seen pictures, but like to be there, holy crap!
Oh yeah, my one of my old co-workers, he's Russian, and they moved to Ottawa in Canada.
Oh, okay.
And so he's got like a hybrid accent. So there'll be some things he says with like a broad like Canadian accent, and then other things he'll sort of stutter over a word, and then he'll just have to use the Russian version.
Yeah.
So it was cool, and he went to Russia, I think last year, because his grandparents still live there. They refused to move.
Hey, what? I couldn't believe how stunning it was, and the food is so good. Oh, so many dumplings in my belly.
I definitely would like to go and visit Russia one day, and most places, like I've been to like Germany and Holland, Spain. Everyone that's from Scotland has been to Spain at least once.
Oh my gosh, the beaches in Spain are insane.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen so many people in one place.
I know, and I went to Barcelona.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
It was gorgeous. Yeah, I went there once too. And we were gonna go to what's a very touristy church? I was gonna go there, but we decided not to, and we actually found like an old abandoned bullfighting arena. Wow. And they allowed us to like go in and like just walk around, and we just spent the afternoon just walking up and down the stands and like in where the bullfighting used to take place, and took all these gorgeous photos. And
brilliant.
Yeah, I love like traveling and just kind of going off, and like doing the touristy stuff is fun, and you should do it because there's a reason why it's touristy, because it's special to that city. But it's also so much fun to just go off and just do something that feels more locally.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because that's where you can. The tourist areas are sort of more done up for out of town people to come and visit, and there's a lot of stuff all around there. Right. But then, if you want to see like an authentic version of the country, then you go to like just outside, and you go and visit all the sort of smaller areas.
One of the most beautiful places and coolest places that I've gotten to go to is Latvia.
Oh.
It's not touristy at all.
Right.
It's very European, but European unkept. Like I don't know if that's like the right word to say it. It's not like London, Paris, gorgeous, and it's very beautiful, and it's very touristy. Mm-hmm. But like nobody goes to Latvia, so things get taken care of, but in a different way. But we had like the most delicious dinner and it's also much cheaper.
Oh yeah.
like it just looked like you were on the set of Game of Thrones, except that all this stuff has been there since like the 1400s. There's like buildings and restaurants that have been going in kitchens since like 1200.
Wow.
So like same recipes in that, and just walking around, it's just a Eastern European town or like country that people live, and it doesn't have, it's not very, very rich. So being there and hanging out, that feels like a completely different, really cool, awesome culture. Just I love to travel.
Yeah, traveling's great. There's so many people that you just meet. And
yeah, all the food you get to eat.
Like when I went to Holland, like I didn't go to like I didn't go to Amsterdam. I went to, where did I go? I can't actually remember, but it was like way outside of Holland, and there was just all this stuff that you just don't see. Like there's no like tourist areas, there's no big statues or anything like that. It's all like older buildings and smaller restaurants, and like the people are a lot less friendly, a lot less welcoming to high school children looking to cause trouble. And no one IDs you.
No hospitals. Oh.
Yeah. So we just thought it was great. We were 16 and then thought it was great that we could just buy alcohol.
Well, you know what? We shouldn't call Felissa because I forgot there's fires going up where the area where she lives.
No.
She might be dealing with that, or has friends that are.
Okay.
So we won't, unless she texts me back. But I was just thinking, like, I actually talked to her earlier today because since I'm moving, one of her friends, unfortunately, is being evacuated, and so I was like,
Right.
she's staying in my empty apartment. So then I just put it all together. I was like, oh wait, right. People are dealing with that, and I'm just incredibly lucky that I live far away from it.
Yeah, but also extremely generous because that's an amazing thing to just offer up your place for someone to come
there's going to be very minimal stuff here where you can bring your whole family.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's amazing. Wow. Yeah, that stuff's just horrible. Because a lot of people just lose their lives. A lot of the things that they worked hard towards, and then they're just gone. It's so awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, maybe it's not a good idea that we start calling her and be like, "Oh, hey."
I was just thinking, I was like, I'm gonna call her. I don't care. She doesn't care. And then I was just like looking at her earlier text messages, and I was like, oh.
Oops.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. She could just be at dinner. She could just be at home. But I know that. I know where she lives, and it's up by the fire.
Brilliant. But no, that's cool. Well, thank you for offering. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't really have any other questions. Do you have any questions? Does chat have any questions? One question I do have is there any other projects or places you're going to be that people should know about?
Well, little underknown fact. I don't. That's not a word. I do stand up actually.
Oh.
Not a lot. That's actually how I got like my management stuff. I was doing a lot of stand up a few years ago. I love doing it. I think of myself as a stand-up, but I started secretly doing shows again a few months ago, and I do have a show coming up November 28th, I believe, at Flappers. So if anyone happens to be in LA, I could comp your ticket. I don't know if there's really going to be. I think it's like right before Thanksgiving, so
right.
I don't know who's actually going to be in town or not, but that's something that I've started to dabble back in, and I've started like booking more and more shows. So that's what I'm doing right now.
That's awesome. That's great. I mean, it's good to get into stuff that you had done previously and then sort of fell to the wayside, and then you just get a new invigorated passion for it. That's great. I love
something I've always loved, and was pretty good. I mean, I enjoyed doing it. But then it became, because this is LA, it became like a business. It became all this stuff, and that's what I actually, when I started to get more and more clubs and stuff, and had people giving me input, I was it took the fun out of it a little bit, and it put pressure that I didn't like, because I really do like being creative, and I working and whatnot. But that was sort of like, it's so funny because obviously stand-up is something where you need an audience, and the way the clubs work is the more people that you bring in, the more time that you get, or yada yada, all that stuff. But for me, and so that does happen, and eventually if people like you, more and more people come to see you.
Of course, yeah.
For me, and that started to happen, which is really great. But for me, it was also kind of like, oh, it was my secret little thing that I did. So it's a fun dichotomy. But now I'm like, oh wait, hold on, Felissa.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Can you see her? Oh wait, can you see this?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Hi everyone.
Hey.
Oh, she's frozen.
Oh, there she is. Hi, Felissa.
Wait, hold on.
Oh no.
You're frozen. Hold on. Let me turn off the internet. Wouldn't it be funny if I just like called someone and had them just put a picture of her and then just kept saying it was frozen?
That's brilliant.
There she is.
Hey.
Can you guys see her?
Yes.
We're just talking about you. My entire interview is just about you and how we all hang out at Taco Tuesday.
God, I love this woman so much. She's as sweet as she is gorgeous.
Oh, thanks.
I agree.
Are you having a good interview?
I am. We've talked about makeup and beards and horror and our taco.
I like your lipstick.
Thanks. I got lots of questions about that too.
Yeah.
It's a wet and wild goth topic.
I like it a lot. It's so pretty.
Thank you. I'll wear it for you next time I see you at Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, come with me November 20th. I'm thinking about going.
Okay. Remind me.
I will. I'll call you Monday.
We're going to be drinking, probably.
Nice.
No, we're not. Drinking water.
We drink a lot of margarita.
Yeah.
We have some fun stuff coming up, right?
Yes, we do. We'll let you know all about it once we know more about it.
Great. Love to.
Hi. All right, we'll let you go.
Miss your face.
Miss you. Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Ah, she's real. I really do have her number.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Well, good thing she's not taken up by the fires right now.
Yes, that's a very good thing. So definitely send my best wishes to her when you guys meet up for Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday and margaritas.
That's it. That sounds brilliant. I wish just wish Taco Tuesday was every day.
Yeah. Can I have Taco Week?
Taco Week every week.
Taco Week every week, yeah.
But then you get sick of tacos.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
I've become a bit of a snob with tacos because LA has such good food, and it's just like the taco trucks and street tacos are just some. I've gone to like nicer Mexican restaurants, right? And then you order tacos, and they're just not like the ones from the truck.
Yeah, I'd agree.
But I mean, they're good, but they're not authentic.
Yeah.
If you're ever in LA, just get your tacos from the trucks.
Yes, I will. I'll definitely.
There's this gas station like a mile away from here, and it's so funny because there's like 4 taco trucks there all the time, but there's one taco truck. It's just behind a gas station. It's nothing fancy. Tacos are super cheap, and then they just set out a pork with like fire, and then they're just like grabbing the meat from there, and it fills up. Like every night there's lines.
I bet. Because tacos, everyone loves tacos because they're just like the perfect meal, really. They're just
like a Mexican hot dog.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Hot dog.
Yeah, it's a Mexican hot dog for sure. But yeah, if I'm ever in LA, I'll let you know. We can do Taco Tuesday.
Love tacos.
Oh, tacos are great. David, the other guy that does the show, he is obsessed with tacos. Everything's always about tacos. Every other day, it's I'm hungry. Tacos.
I have the perfect just taco itinerary for him if he comes to LA. Just like the 5 places to hit.
Brilliant.
They're all different tacos. Well, there's one restaurant. There's one restaurant that's like in the middle of nowhere. Anaya's Tacos. So good. Wait, I'm so hungry now. Starving.
See, actually, I didn't eat any dinner because I was waiting for my laptop to do the update, and then I was terrified it wouldn't update in time, so I didn't make any food.
Yeah, I was like just starting at my laptop, and then it just it stopped. Like the only button that would work is if I press like install now. So I was like, oh, screw it, whatever, update, sure. Because they're only like 5 minutes, and then it's had 54 minutes left. So I'm like,
yeah. I did that, and I just stared at my screen in panic. Luckily, I've got another laptop, so it would have been fine. But I just stared at this thing, and the timer was like 55 minutes. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, so I guess we're all getting the same one right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, if I didn't have this PC thing that I still don't know how to work.
Yeah, you made it work.
It worked.
And that's the main thing.
And it's been good. Thank you for having me.
Yes, it's been my pleasure. Honestly.
Thank you to Idaho, Nebraska, and Michigan.
Anywhere else? We'll get someone else from Canada, from New Brunswick.
Thank you, Canada.
Yeah.
For the poutine fries.
Poutine, brilliant, best meal ever. For the longest time, didn't eat poutine because the first part of it says poo. So mentally, I was like, do I really want to eat this? And then the answer was yes.
Then you saw like the gravy on fries, and you're like, "This looks like a heart attack. I'm gonna eat it."
Yep, best heart attack ever.
Yep.
Oh, not New Brunswick, Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
Yeah.
We found it anew.
Middle of nowhere.
Well, middle of nowheres are underrated.
Absolutely. Yeah, no one else is. No. Yeah, we've just got Michigan, Idaho, Nebraska, Newfoundland, Scotland, LA. Felissa.
That was enough. Deep Valley.
Yes.
Middle of nowhere.
Brilliant. Well, I won't keep you any longer. You can get back to.
Go get food. Get hot dogs and tacos.
Yes, everyone get tacos. Hot dogs, use the metric system. Go out and buy some new makeup. Buy some Wet n Wild Golf Topic.
Yes, we got it. Awesome. Alrighty. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, Laura. Everyone have a good night and peace.
Good night.